Hi, welcome to the Yarn Joy podcast, episode number 15. I'm Terry, and I'm so happy that you came to see how I was doing on my projects this week. I thank you for the returning viewers. Thank you so much for my subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel so that way you can be notified each week when I put out a video to let you see the progress that I've made from week to week, and I'll get to share my yarn joy with you. So this week I have finished objects, and I have some works in progress, and I have a couple of upcoming projects that I want to talk to you about. So let's get started. Okay, so for my finished object, this week I finished the Groovy Gan baby blanket that I have been working on the past few weeks, and I've been showing you my progress on that. It started out as being a crochet along, and it's where I got the center squares from, but my finished product turned out a little bit smaller than what I was really wanting, and so I started adding on around to enlarge the border of it and to make it larger. And so I'm going to show you. I finished it off. So what I did was, here's the blanket, okay. And the original ending part was this stripe right there, this like hot pink stripe that I've got there. And so I spent 2 rounds, the blue there and the green, and I used like triple crochets and double crochets to build up these where it dipped, because it was like a chevron edging, I guess you'd call it. And so I spent those 2 straightening them out, making it more level again, and then I did a single crochet row here of the peach, and then I did this bobble stitch, this thick border right there, bobble stitch. And what I did with that is the pattern was on the Moogly blog. Actually, it was a YouTube video, a tutorial by I believe Tamara Kelly, and I was gonna end off with that and have that my ending border, but still it just still wasn't large enough to my liking, so I kept going on it. And so then I did another single crochet of the peach right there, so that would kind of border that bobble border, the popcorn border, I think she called it. And then I did a half double crochet there of the hot pink, and then I did a granny stitch type thing there with you have the 3 double crochets and then chain 2 and then 3 double crochets. So I did like a granny stitch, granny stitch border, I guess you call it, with the pink, and then I did it again with the blue, alternating where I put the 3 double crochets, and then I did a row of the green again. I was just kind of repeating what the colors were in here. And this green, I believe, was just double crochets around, and then for an edging, all I did was a single crochet in the peach. So I did a single crochet, chain 3, and then I skipped 1 stitch, and then another single crochet, and then chain 3. So I made a little scallop edging. So it definitely enlarged it. As you can see, the original was down here, and so I put a good 4 inches, I guess you'd say, on all sides. I haven't washed or blocked it yet, so I'm hoping that this border here that's kind of rolling up, I'm hoping that it will lie flat once I wash it and block it. It should, because it'll soften up, and I think that'll be fine. So I really like this. I think it turned out really colorful. I think it's going to be a great blanket for somebody, whoever gets it. Okay, so my next finished object is, last week I showed you there was a preemie hat that I was working on, and in fact I told you that it was a set. It was going to be one, like, for what my thoughts were is if you had a set of preemies that were twins, and if it was a boy and a girl, that this could go as a set together for both of them. And so what they were was little puppy hats, and I believe I had the first one started last week that had the blue trim on it, and then I did an identical but with the pink trim. So here they are. Here's the little puppy, the little blue for the little boy. It's got the blue patch around his eye there. And then the blue edging at the bottom. And then even in the inside the ears, there's blue. Turned out really cute, I think. And so here's the pink that I did for the girl. So it'd be identical. So here they are together. Really cute pattern. Easy to put together. The pattern is from Repeat Crafter Me. I believe Sarah Zimmerman, I believe. Anyway, she's got lots of really cute character hat patterns on her website. And other things as well. So that's those. And then my last finished object that I did was years ago we had some cockatiel birds, and we had them for many years, and then we lost one. She got sick with something, and we lost her. But then we had the male for quite a few years, and I made this in honor of him, I guess you'd say. His name was Buddy Boy. And here he is. He's a little amigurumi cockatiel. Thought it turned out really super cute. He's got the yellow and then the green there. And his beak I did in a little pink there. I don't know if you can see it. It's really too light, I think. I may end up pulling that out, because it's just like embroidery stitched on there, I guess you'd say, with some pink yarn that I had. And it doesn't show up that well. So I think what I may do is I may end up using a little bit darker color. I'll have to look through to see what I have and redo it so then you can see it, because really you can't see the beak that well. I mean, you can see it, but it's really light. Anyway, and then I did the little red patches. In the pattern, I can't remember where the pattern was from, but it's on Ravelry, and of course I will put it in the description box below. But in the pattern, she had a felting technique for the little red patches on the cheeks, and I've never done that before. I think you need to use a special needle, a felting needle, which I don't have. So what I did is I just took some red yarn and I just kind of made some kind of a squarish, roundish kind of patch on both sides. And then he has his little top knot on the top. So I think that he turned out really cute. I enjoyed making him. Okay, so that's all my finished objects. I have some works in progress. I've been showing you for the past couple of weeks a fall wreath that I've been working on, and I have done some more work on it. This is also a pattern from Repeat Crafter Me. So here it is. I believe I had done the pumpkin before, a week or two ago, I guess. I don't think I worked on it last week, but I'm now kind of making the leaves. She has a link on the pattern where it would take you to another website to find the leaf pattern, which they're really super fast. And so I just have them pinned on there right now, just kind of working on my placement. I need to do, I think, 2 more pumpkins, and I may make them a little smaller, so I'll have one central pumpkin that's larger, and then the 2 small ones. And then I may look for some sort of a fall red color to make some leaves out of, also to add to these. This is like a golden yellow, I think it's gold, yeah. Red Heart Super Saver. And then the green there is tea leaf, I believe. And then the orange, I have no idea. I think maybe it's Lion Brand, just by looking at the shape of the skeins. But I'm not positive, because it was some yarn that was given to me, lots of skeins of it. I should have counted, I think maybe 12, 15 skeins of this orange. And they had no ball bands on it, so I'm just assuming that maybe it was a Lion Brand, just by the shape of the skeins. Okay, so working on that. Hopefully I should be finished with this next week. I also need to do the bow with the hanger at the top. So there's that. And then last week I showed you that I had finished my Moroccan window square, I think, yeah, blanket. That back there, the one on the chair, and it was a scrap project. And all this year I've been working on my scrap, getting my scrap collection pared down. I have lots of little balls and of all different sizes of yarn, so I've been really doing projects. In fact, the Groovy Gan baby blanket that I showed you in the beginning, it was also by yarn I had on hand. So anyway, I wanted to find, since I finished those 2 blankets, I wanted to find a new blanket pattern that would use scraps. And so I went through Ravelry, as we all usually do, to look for patterns, and I found this one I thought would be perfect for what I was looking for, because see, I have this little jar here that's got lots of little yarn balls, and some of them are pretty small amounts. And then of course I have a basket down here that's got, you know, even larger balls, but I wanted some type of squares or something that I could do to use up. I could use these small ones as some of the centers of the squares. So the pattern that I found was on attic24.com, but the link, it was from Ravelry, and it took me to this website. And it's Lucy at Attic24. I'm sure lots of people are familiar with this website. If you're not, go check out her website. It's attic24.typepad.com. I'll have a link below. But she really has a great eye for color. She lives in the UK, and she's a great photographer too. I could just scroll through her blog and look at the pictures and things that she takes when her and her children, they all go out on outings and whatnot. And she's really got some beautiful pictures of the countryside and things where she lives. But anyway, this blanket is called the Harmony blanket. It's like a granny square blanket, and she puts all these little granny squares together, and I believe the little squares are about, I haven't measured them, but I think they're about 4-ish inches, something like that. So they're small squares. But I started making 2 of them. Oh, and it is a join as you go pattern, which I love those, as you know. So what I'm doing with these is I've only got these 2. So it's got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 5 rounds to the main square, and so the first 3 rounds, these center ones, I'm just using, whatever I can pull out, random, getting rid of those little balls that I have. And then the outer 2, row 4 and row 5, what I'm planning on doing is, since I have so many different shades of like the same color, like I have quite a blues, different colors of blues, and I have different colors of greens. And so what I was thinking on doing is concentrating on doing row 4 being a light shade, and then row 5 being a darker shade, but in the same family. So like in this one, I had a light blue there for row 4, and then I had a darker blue there. And then over here, I had a peach that I used there, and then an orange right there. So I'm gonna try to do the squares like that, and the middle part, of course, like I said, will be more random, but I think it's gonna turn out really cute. And so once you get to the 5 rows, and then the row 6 is the one that you join as you go, okay? And then I believe she has a border around the whole entire thing once you get the size you want, and then she has like a granny stitch border that's in stripes around. I believe that's how she does it. But anyway, so that's my new scrap project. And let's see, what else? Oh, okay, and I also started another one of my princesses. If you can see, yes, back there on the sewing machine, there's 3, and then up higher, there's 2 more. I have 5, I believe, is that right? Yes. And so my next princess that I started working on, I've only got her head done. Well, yes, her head, that's it, see? But this is going to be Princess Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. So I started that just this morning. And then my last work in progress is, let me find the picture here to show you. I'm going to crochet a cheeseburger. I think it's so cute. It's all these separate pieces, like play food, I guess you'd say. And it's all these separate pieces. Let me see if I can get it this way to show you. Yes. So you do the buns, and you have the meat patty, and the cheese, and the lettuce, and the tomato. And I may go even further with this pattern, or maybe combine patterns, because I did find about 3 or 4 burger patterns that I thought was really cute. And so I may combine some of the parts together. This was the one I liked the best with the buns, the bun color and everything. So that's the one I'm gonna base it on, but I may add like some onions if I can find a pattern for some onion, or make it up, and some pickles, you know. But I think these are so cute, and I have great nieces and a great nephew right at the good age that I think they would enjoy playing with them. So I haven't done much. I just started this morning on it, but what I have done is I've picked out the colors. I have this for the outer bun color. It's the cafe latte in Red Heart Super Saver, and then I have a kind of a cream color that I'm going to use for the underside of the bun, and then I have a red for the tomato, and a green for the lettuce. So I've just been picking them out, and I've just barely started. I just got this little circle done right there for the bun color. I'm using the chocolate. I think it's just called chocolate. No, not chocolate. It's coffee. Yes, for the burger patty, which is dark brown. So I think that's going to be really super cute and fun to make, and so I'm started working on that. And really, that's it. Mainly I spent the time planning and working out finishing the baby blanket that I showed you at the beginning. That mainly this week, and finishing the puppy hats and things. So really, that's all that's I've been working on. But as far as upcoming projects, I always like to have a baby blanket going. It's always good to have a supply, which I keep telling myself, you really need to make up some baby blankets for girls and boys, and have them like a supply of them. So then when people that I know or people in my church have babies, I could just pull a blanket out and I'm ready to give them a gift, So I always like to have some sort of baby project going, a blanket project. And I have these, this yarn that I bought. It's Bernat Softy Baby, and I've had it for a while in my stash. And it is a variegated, and the color is called Baby, actually. And it's got pink and yellow and green and blue and white. And so I have 2 full skeins of this, and then I have quite a bit of the yellow that would coordinate with this, the same brand, the Softy Baby, and a little bit of pink, and then I've got some white also. So if you have any ideas on what I could do that I could use these skeins up, because I've had them for a while, I want to go ahead and use them. Give me some ideas, and I'll see what we can come up with. I'm thinking of maybe doing a what do they call it, like a star blanket, or 10 or 12 point blanket, maybe. I don't know, round one for a change, to do something different. But we'll see. But yes, if you have any ideas on a cute pattern to use these, please let me know. Okay, and of course the preemie hats that I'm making is for the Halloween preemie hat drive, I guess you'd say, for an area hospital here for the NICU. And that is going on until, I believe, the deadline to get the hats turned in is like October, first part to mid part of October, something like that. So I'm still working on those, and so I'm getting pretty good a collection each week. I've been showing you 1 or 2 that I've made, and so I have my eye on it's another pattern by Repeat Crafter Me, Sarah Zimmerman, and it is a lamb hat, really cute. It's got like it's white, well, you can make it in any color, I guess, but it's white with a puff stitch, and the puff stitch makes it look more like the wool, on the lamb. And it's got these cute little ears that drop down, and they have like pink on the inside of the ears. So cute. And so I think I'm going to do that one for next week for sure. And I may do another. I saw a little fox hat that I thought was super cute as well. So, so I'm still working on those also. So that's really it for the week. Just been working on these projects, and we've of course still doing school and music lessons and our regular schedule. I am. My thoughts are with all those affected by the hurricanes that keep happening, and I pray, you know, and think good thoughts for all those that are affected by them. So let's see. I guess that's it. So hope everybody has a great week. Please subscribe and like my videos, and we'll see you next week. Bye.